Good evening, everyone, from Veterans Stadium. Welcome to Phillies baseball. Game 1 of a 3-game series. The Phils and the Western Division leading San Francisco Giants. Going for the Phillies, Matt Beach, Mark Gardner for San Francisco. Harry Callis with Rich Ashburn and Chris Wheeler. It's a gorgeous night for baseball here at Veterans Stadium. Wheels, the Phillies are coming off an excellent trip, winning 6 out of 8 games on the road trip. Still have made a couple of roster moves.
Yeah, it was a great road trip, Harry. It was a lot of fun to do, but you could kind of see some things coming yesterday, I think, especially after Greg Jeffries went down with that strained hamstring. So Ricky Otero has been sent to Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Scott Ruffcorn outrighted to Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Ron Blazer, those are his combined numbers at Clearwater and AAA, working on that split finger fastball. Billy McMillan, kind of an interesting story. The guy that's traded for Darren Dalton has hit well in his minor league career. And he's going to start in left field tonight. You see, he led the International League with a .352 average and a good on-base percentage. Jeffries looks like he's going to be out 3 to 4 days, so they want to give McMillan a little bit of a chance to play up here and see what happens. He's hit wherever he's gone.
And the Giants, Whitey, 2 months ago, people are saying, well, the Dodgers will overtake them. A month ago, Dodgers will overtake them. They're still there, 2.5 games up.
Yeah, and one nice thing about it, they only have 2 games left with the Dodgers, and they're going to be played in San Francisco. So that who knows, that could help them. But they've hung in there pretty well. I think that J.T. Snow has helped them a lot. Bonds is having not quite as good a year as he will usually have, but they've been getting enough hitting, and they've been getting some good pitching. So are they going to hang in there? I think they got a pretty good chance. They're a good ball club.
So it'll be the Phils and the Giants, game 1 of the series. Matt Beach goes for the Phillies. He'll be opposed by Mark Gardner for San Francisco. Starting lineups right after these messages.
Phillies baseball is being brought to you in part by Mellon PSFS. It's where you're going. By your local Chevrolet Geo dealers. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield, the health insurance companies you can lean on.
How many times I gotta tell you guys, I play double bingo because it's fun.
So it has nothing to do with the special doubler feature?
No, double is nothing for me.
Really? Fascinating. Double scoops, double-breasted suit, doubles tennis.
That could be anybody.
And isn't it true you were considering a double bed?
That's a lie. It's all lies.
Get this guy out of here.
Oh, come on.
Double bingo from the Pennsylvania Lottery with a new doubler feature. Play and you can win up to 25 grand. And don't forget to try your hand at high stakes. Play this instant.
No matter how slippery it gets, you gotta stay in control. Now during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event, you can get 2.9 APR financing or cash back on a roomy Chevy Blazer. Blazer helps give you driver control on most any road surface. And that's a little security in an insecure world. There's great offers on other cars and trucks, too. There'll never be a better time to get a 97 Chevy than during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event.
Right now, get 2.9 financing or $1,500 factory cash back at your local Chevy Geo dealer.
You don't know about tires? You don't want to know about tires. Beautiful. We were made for each other. We're NTB, the low pressure zone for buying tires. We ask the right questions. We guarantee great prices. We help you choose the right tires. No gimmicks, no razzmatazz. And we'll treat you like a person, not roadkill. NTB, National Tire and Battery. We're everything you want, nothing like you'd expect.
Back at Veterans Stadium, where the Phillies open a homestand that brings the West Coast clubs here to Veterans Stadium. 3 with San Francisco, a weekend series with Los Angeles, and then 4 with San Diego. Big games for the San Francisco Giants, of course, with a 2.5 game lead over the Dodgers and the Los Angeles Dodgers as they battle it out for the National League West crown. Umpires tonight will be Scott Potter working the plate, Jerry Lane at first, Mike Winters at second, and Angel Hernandez will umpire at third.
Got him now.
San Francisco with that 2.5 game lead. They made that big deal with the Chicago White Sox in which they got starter Wilson Alvarez and Roberto Hernandez. Second in the National League in homers, so they will hit the long ball. Barry Bonds coming off a 5-for-11 series with 2 home runs. Jeff Kent's suspension reduced to 2 games, and he'll be spending that 2-game suspension the next 2 games of this series. He will play tonight, but will not be playing Tuesday and Wednesday. Phillies have taken the field for the first game of this series. Dusty Baker's starting lineup for San Francisco. Darrell Hamilton, center fielder, leads off. Rich Aurelia, the shortstop, bats second. Barry Bonds, left field, hitting third. Jeff Kent at first base, bats fourth. Stan Javier, right fielder, hitting fifth. Mark Lewis at second base, bats sixth. Bill Miller, the third baseman, hitting seventh. Brian Johnson will catch and bat eighth, and Mark Gardner, the pitcher, hitting ninth. That lineup is facing Matt Beach.
Well, Matt just coming off one of his best games out in Colorado. First win, but he's pitched some pretty good ball most of the season. That ERA is high, but it was about double that when he first started that string of starts. Well, he's hoping to crank up another good one.
Defensively behind Beach, Scott Rowland at third, Kevin Stocker shortstop, Mickey Morandini second, Rico Brogna at first. Mike Lieberthal catching the outfield from left to right, Billy McMillan, Midray Cummings, and Tony Barron. Billy McMillan making his Phillies debut. He did play briefly with the Florida Marlins this year. Coming over in the Darren Dalton deal, was hitting .293 for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. And Greg Jeffries out with a hamstring muscle pull. Jeffries will be out probably a few days. Darrell Hamilton leads it off, hitting at .287. 1 strike to Hamilton.
Hamilton's turned into a pretty good leadoff hitter. He doesn't take a big swing. Kind of tries to stroke the ball.
A lot of balls to the opposite field, and the Phillies play him that way. They play him around to the opposite field. Missing with a breaking ball. 2-1 to Darrell Hamilton. See how they're shading him in the outfield to left field. On the outside corner, 2-2. Giants picked up Hamilton as a free agent this past winter. They were in need of a center fielder, and Hamilton is a good one. Misses again with a breaking ball. A full count to Darrell Hamilton. Struck him out with a fastball. So Beach starts it with a K. 1 down. Will bring up Rich Aurelia.
This is the best pitch Beach made in this series of pitches. That was right on the outside corner. Threw it right on by him.
Beach, 25 years of age, 7th round draft pick in the June '94 draft. Out of San Antonio and the University of Houston. Aurelia hitting at .314. Been hot lately. He was down at Phoenix when the Phillies were last in San Francisco and was not involved in that series. He was only spent a couple of weeks with the Phoenix Firebirds. No balls and a strike to Aurelia.
Good shortstop, and he's hitting. He's pitch. They say that he's hitting now that he never used to hit, as a pitch in on him.
Fouls that one straight back, 0-2. Belated birthday wishes to Bob Klinger of Harrisburg. Recently celebrated his 82nd birthday. Wishes from daughter Gail and from us.
Their grandson of mine, a birthday, Harry. Little John Morrison. 5 years old.
5 years old. Fouls it back and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes.
John Krakowski, Temple, PA. Celebrating today his 80th.
Curveball chop foul. Belated birthday wishes to Louise Ruddy from her friend Anna May of media and from us. And celebrating their 58th anniversary, Mr. and Mrs. John Clemens of Norristown today. Wishes from granddaughter Amy and from us. 0-2 to Aurelia with 1 out and no base runners. Slow breaking ball miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Their best wishes to Buck Cannon, a longtime Phillies fan, resting in West Jersey Hospital in Voorhees.
Inside with a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rich Aurelia. Phillies have not fared well against the Giants this year. 1-2, lost 6. Second straight batter that Beach has worked the count full to. 3-2 to Aurelia. Fly ball left field. Billy McMillan is there. He puts it away for out number 2, and that'll bring up Barry Bonds. Dusty Baker has done a great job with these Giants. They've been in first place in National League West most of the year, and when consideration is made for Manager of the Year honors, he's right there, Whitey. He is right there.
Really a good man, Dusty. Great ball player. And Frank DeLeo in Downingtown, PA, recuperating in Thomas Jefferson Hospital. He was in our booth here not too long ago, Harry.
This might be a pitcher round, Whitey. Barry Bonds off Matt Beach is 4 for 4 with 2 home runs. Haven't thrown him anything close to the strike zone. Bonds leads the league in walks with 102. Wow. Where was that 3-0 pitch?
Well, might have been a little high. Borderline.
Here's the 3-0 pitch.
See, they don't call that much. That's a strike, but they don't call it. I wouldn't pitch around anybody with 2 outs and nobody on base. I wouldn't pitch around Babe Ruth.
Bonds leads the league in walks. That's his 103rd walk. And here's Jeff Kent.
And he's the reason. You know, Jeff Kent can hurt you.
Kent 24 homers, 96 RBIs. He's 5th in the league in runs batted in. One ball and no strikes to Jeff Kent. Our ground ball to Scott Rowland. Rowland to Morandini. That'll be it for the Giants here in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left after 1/2. San Francisco nothing. Phillies coming to bat.
Neither rain nor mud, nor ruts and ridges, nor rocks and rivers, nor sleet nor snow shall keep a new Toyota 4Runner from keeping you from your appointed rounds. Power you need, and all the room and comfort you want. And with a starting price around $20,000, it could take your dollar even further.
You know, Mick, we've been together longer than any other shortstop second base combo in baseball. We've had some good times.
Ground ball to second, should be 2. Stocker 1. Relay, yes.
And some not so good times.
Get it out there. Oh, and a takeout slides.
It's almost like we're married.
You know, you did forget my birthday this year. And your locker's a mess. And you never take me to dinner on the road anymore.
Well, I hear there's a serious stud in Double-A.
The Michelin X1, with a 6-year unlimited mileage tread life warranty, gives you better wet traction than any rain tire, plus Michelin control in most driving conditions. After all, it hasn't rained that much in years.
Bottom of the first, Terry Francona's lineup. Midre Cummings center field. Mickey Morandini at second base. Scott Rowland third base. Rico Brogna first base. Mike Lieberthal catching. Billy McMillan making his Phillies debut. Tony Barron in right field. Kevin Stocker the shortstop. And Matt Beach the pitcher. Facing veteran Mark Gardner.
Yeah, he is a veteran and he lives on the corners.
Good overhand curveball. He's won 12, lost 6, a 3.70 ERA. He's had a good year for San Francisco. He's matched his career best in wins. Won 12 last year. And also had 12 wins at Montreal in '92. Good strikeout walk ratio, 124 strikeouts, 46 walks. Cummings ground ball deep short, taken by Aurelia. Throws him out by a stride, 1 down. Jennifer Johnson celebrating a birthday today. Jennifer from Ambler, Pennsylvania. Wishes from Mom Diane and Dad Pete.
Nissan scouting report on Gardner. Basic pitches: fastball, curve, best pitch, slider, and changeup. Big breaking curveball. Can get him all over when he has to. He doesn't really overpower hitters that much, but he makes them hit it.
1 ball and 1 strike to Morandini. Morandini batting at .297. Gardner initially an 8th round draft pick of Montreal in the '85 draft. Out of Fresno, California, went to Fresno State. He's pitched in the major leagues for Montreal, Kansas City, Florida, and the Giants. 2-2 it holds to Morandini.
Marianne Bosco in Glen Olden, PA, celebrated her 70th a 3 days ago.
There's the curveball. Angel Hernandez says no swing. That big curveball that Gardner has, he relies on the plate umpire to stay with it. Sometimes a big curveball like that needs the plate umpire to stay with it, and he has a good one. He's hurt on home runs. He's given up 24 home runs, 3rd most in the league. Kevin Foster of the Cubs and Steve Traxel of the Cubs have surrendered more. Morandini's making him throw a lot of pitches. It's still 3-2 to Mickey Morandini.
Charles Arneo in Burlington, New Jersey, 73 on this 18th of August. Beautiful day, beautiful night.
Went around on the curveball. He struck him out. So Morandini is out on strikes. 2 down. It'll bring up Scott Rowland. Defensively behind Gardner tonight, Bill Miller at 3rd, Rich Aurelia at shortstop, Mark Lewis at 2nd, Jeff Kent playing 1st, Brian Johnson the catcher, Barry Bonds in left, Darrell Hamilton in center, and Stan Javier in right. One ball and no strikes to Scott Rowland.
And their best along to Harry Pinto in Woodland, PA. Recuperating.
Pops a foul, back and out of play. One ball and 1 strike to Rowland. Fastball missed, 2-1. Balls behind Rowland, 3 balls and a strike. comes aboard with a walk. He is a 2-out base runner for Rico Brogna. Brogna's been hot lately, hitting at .245. He has an 8-game hitting streak, hitting .343 in the last 8 games.
Iden Babe Lazin, I believe it is, in Overbrook Park. Married 57 years today. That good curveball.
Yeah, he's got a good one. Lifetime against the Phillies, Gardner has won 5, lost 3. Career ERA of 4.10. One of his wins coming this year, he beat Jerry Spradlin at 3Com Park. Inside with the fastball. Bottom of the first of a 0-0 game. Lost a foul down the left field side, well out of play.
Genevieve Slowacki in Spring City, PA is 87 today.
Ball and 2 strikes to Rico Brogna. Scott Rowland, the runner at first. 2 down here in the bottom of the first.
Genevieve Slowacki. Genevieve, that was my mother's name, Harry.
Genevieve.
Still is.
Pretty name. Jerks a foul right field side. Deep and foul. Still 1-2 to Rico Brogna.
Irene Nagel, Allentown, 90 today. Long-time baseball fan.
Scott Rowland goes. The ball hit to the spot, vacated by shortstop Aurelia. Rowland to third, and Brogna keeps his hitting streak alive. He's hit safely now on 9 straight. Aurelia was the cover man, and he was vacated the position where the ball was hit.
Yeah, I don't think that was intentionally where he hit that ball. He just hit a breaking ball, a curve ball, out away from him, and that's where the ball went. But that worked out very well. Here it is. See him kind of hold his swing, and then sharp ground ball through the hole there at short.
Brings up Mike Lieberthal. Lieberthal hitting at .254. 17 home runs, one of them coming off Mark Gardner. Missed the fastball, 1 strike to Lieberthal. Philly runners first and third, 2 down. We're in the bottom of the first. Lieberthal in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes.
Ralph Mathias, Gilbertsville, PA, also a 90th birthday today.
Ball on the outside corner got him looking, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. After 1, it's 0-0.
Hey, what's our good buddy Don? He thinks he can meet that girl. Hey, what's the bet?
Hey, Brick Boy, go dust yourself off. Hi, Cupcake.
What do you say I buy you a Bud Light and you appreciate it?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
Nicely done. Fun to watch.
Make it a Bud Light.
Why does Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile have the most advanced digital network on the East Coast? So your cell phone will work here. And out here. It's perfectly clear here. In fact, to ensure that you'll have enhanced voice clarity and privacy, we built a digital network of monumental proportions. After all, a cell phone is only as good as the network it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile.
A commodity is something you trade, not something you drive. The unique Mazda 626. Sporty engineering. Incredible style. Refinements including leather and a silky automatic. For $229 a month.
Mazda 626. I want it.
The most class in its class. Mazda 626.
I want it all.
Lease for $229.
After one inning of play, the Phils nothing, San Francisco nothing. Upcoming telecasts of Phillies baseball include tomorrow night's game starting at 7:30 right here on WB17, and Wednesday night's game on Sports Channel also at 7:30. Garrett Stevenson had to leave the game after 3 innings yesterday at Houston. Report on him is that he has strained right elbow. He'll miss at least one turn and see how he responds to treatment. 1 ball and no strikes, the switch hitting Javier. Javier hitting at 291. 1.
He's had a good year for the Giants. You know, he's a pesky hitter. And
as you say, he hits the Phillies well. 360 lifetime against the Phils. 429 this year. The Phillies have had a tough time getting Javier out. He should be out on this at bat, however, as Tony Barron puts that one away. 1 down. We'll bring up Mark Lewis. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of the Phillies and WPHL TV. Lewis batting at 261. 9 homers. He's knocked in 34. Balls and 2 strikes. I had a feeling that the game at Colorado might have been really good for Matt Beach's psyche. Just missed.
And that was a strike. The pitch before was not.
That was a strike on the inside corner. Beach had gone so many starts without winning a game. He won his major league debut and then went 22 or 23 starts and pitched some decent games during that stretch, certainly, and the Phillies wouldn't score runs for him, and got 7 innings of shutout ball at Coors Field. Might have done a lot of good for young Beach. There's a pop foul coming back and out of play. 1 strike to Bill Miller.
Now you pitch 7 shutout innings at Coors Field. You've really done something right.
Ball and a strike to Bill Miller. He's a switch hitter, hitting 296 right-handed, overall batting at 288.
At Beach, he has Tommy Glavine stuff. Pitches a lot like him. Glavine probably has a little better control.
1-2 to Bill Miller. Miller, another guy that hurts the Phillies. Lifetime of .436 hitter against Phil's pitching. Foul tip. 3rd strikeout for Beach. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. It's 0-0.
You've been smart to hold off buying a new car because the Dodge Big Summer Clearance plays right into your hands. You see, it's even bigger than you might think. On Neon and Stratus, get $1,000 cash back. On Intrepid, get up to $1,500 cash back. So hurry to the Dodge Big Summer Clearance, because if you haven't figured it out already, it's big. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Some phone companies think everyone in your community is the same. Well, Bell Atlantic lives in your community. They see different people with different needs. That's why they're offering a choice of Bell Atlantic local and regional toll calling plans, and soon long distance. Plans for people who call a lot and a little, and others with caller ID and home voicemail. So check your mail and let Bell Atlantic help you choose your perfect local and regional toll calling plan. Now that's a Bell Atlantic community.
Nobody does it like you.
For high traffic areas, there's the deep cleaning power of the Hoover Steam Vac Deluxe with 5-brush agitator.
Nobody does it like you.
Coming up on WB17 News at 10, did manufacturers conceal the hidden dangers of breast implants? Jurors render their decision in a case involving thousands of women. Will the Flyers get their man? An arbitrator considers whether center Chris Gratton will be skating to Philadelphia. Find out how basketball could help ease racial tensions in troubled Grays Ferry. And the Rolling Stones on the road again, but will they visit Philadelphia? Details after the game on WB17 News at 10.
Billy McMillan leads off for the Phils. This is Phillies' debut. 1 ball and no strikes. McMillan was hitting .293 at Scranton Wilkes-Barre. 25-year-old out of Clemson University. Plays off a low breaking ball, 2-0. Base hit in his first Phillies at bat. Watch him. He might try for second. Nope. Javier gets there in a hurry. Terry Francona, we asked Phillies manager Terry Francona what Billy McMillan brings to the Phils.
He's a real professional hitter, very intelligent in the outfield, always throws to the right base, goes in the corner well, doesn't possess a cannon for an arm, but can play the outfield left or right very adequately, knows the strike zone as a hitter, good kid, kind of excited to watch him play.
So Billy McMillan singles in his first at bat for the Phillies. Gardner throws over there. And the batter is Tony Barron, who's hitting at .319. Barron's torn him up here at this ballpark, 10 for 21 this year. 1 ball and no strikes to Tony Barron. 0-0 game. We're in the bottom of the second.
It's a good lead. McMillan.
Fairly close play. Not all that much of a base stealer in the minor leagues. McMillan started the year at Charlotte. No steals. Played briefly with Florida, no steals, and had just 2 at Scranton Wilkes-Barre, so he's not really a base stealer. His best year was in '95 at Portland, Maine, where he stole 15.
He's flirting with getting picked off.
Chopped softly up the middle. They got 1.
Whoa!
The out recorded at second. Lewis lost the ball while trying to dig it out and throw to first, so the out is at second base.
I wonder if he ever had possession of that ball, huh?
Accurately called by Mike Winters.
Now let's take a look at this.
All right, take a look.
See how much possession he has of this ball. Yeah, he really had possession. I mean, really. Ball hit his glove, and that's possession.
Just digging it out of the glove, Whitey. Terry Francona didn't think so. He was out for a word with Mike Winters, the second base umpire. Kevin Stocker will be the batter. Stocker hitting at .262. Barron at first base with 1 out. Stocker has had trouble against this right-hander. He's just 3 for 15 lifetime and has struck out 6 of his 15 at-bats. Curveball in the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes. Back line drive right to Aurelium. Stocker retired 2 down, and that'll bring up Matt Beach. Well, this Saturday we have a big night here at Veterans Stadium, a special tribute commemorating Jackie Robinson's breaking the color barrier 50 years ago. All fans get a beautiful print to remember this date, and there'll be a moving pregame tribute. That'll be Saturday night, the Phils and the Dodgers. Hideo Nomo pitching for the Dodgers that night. Order your tickets by calling 215-463-1000. When you call that number, ask about our daily special. 1 strike to Beach, who's hitting a 176. Pitchers on this recent good road trip really helped themselves. The pitchers hit over 400. And in the month of August, the pitching staff batting at 315. 1-1 to Beach. Fouls it down the left field side. He'll go out of play. Ball and 2 strikes to Matt Beach. Tyler Green.
He can hit.
Yeah, the whole staff really hit. Green has been a good hitter in his career. Beach out on strikes. That'll retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. After 2, it's still 0-0.
Every day there are more and more demands on your time. So you should demand more from your bank. Like the ease of banking by phone. Banking from just about anywhere by PC. Or anytime by ATM. And the convenience of full-service banking 7 days a week at all of our supermarket locations. To find out more, stop by any of our offices or call us at 1-800-MELON-24. Melon, it's where you're going.
No matter how slippery it gets, you gotta stay in control. Now during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event, you can get 2.9 APR financing or cash back on a roomy Chevy Blazer. Blazer helps give you driver control on most any road surface. And that's a little security in an insecure world. There's great offers on other cars and trucks, too. There'll never be a better time to get a 97 Chevy than during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event.
Right now, get 2.9 financing or $1,500 factory cash back at your local Chevy Geo dealer.
With my old health plan, I needed a referral to see my gynecologist. Now, look, I'm a big girl, but the whole ordeal was kind of uncomfortable. But that was then. We switched to Keystone, you know, back by the Blues. They don't make me get permission to see my gynecologist. They understand that I can handle it myself whenever I choose.
Direct Access, another innovation from Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield.
Keystone understands women.
The Michelin X1 with a 6-year unlimited mileage tread life warranty gives you better wet traction than any rain tire, plus Michelin confidence in most driving conditions. Because you don't just cover a lot of miles, you cover a lot of weather.
Phillies farm clubs yesterday. Scranton Wilkes-Barre got a 3-run home run from David Doster to beat Charlotte 9-6. Bowie beat Reading, but Reading's still in the hunt for the playoffs. And the Eastern League and Kissimmee over Clearwater 8-2. As Clearwater Phils broke their club attendance mark this year. 1 strike to Brian Johnson, who's hitting at .268. High fly ball right field, not deep. Tony Barron makes the catch. Johnson is retired. 1 down. That'll bring up Mark Gardner. Our trivia question tonight brought to you by the new Dodge, and it's a tough one. Eddie Murray and Reggie Smith are two of the three switch hitters in Major League history who've hit 100 or more home runs in each league. Can you name the third switch hitter who has hit 100 or more home runs in both leagues? Gardner hitting a 125. The ball's in 2 strikes to Gardner. High with a fastball, 1-2. Chops softly. Stocker plays the bounce and gets Gardner. 2 down, and we'll bring up the top of the order, Darrell Hamilton. Hamilton struck out his first time up. One of just 2 games being played in the National League tonight. Pittsburgh and Florida the other one. So the Dodgers are idle tonight and will open a series at Shea Stadium tomorrow. One ball and 1 strike to Hamilton. Giants offensively hitting at .259, somewhere in the middle of the pack. They do hit a lot of home runs. They're second in the league in homers, behind only the Colorado Rockies. 2 balls and a strike to Darrell Hamilton. In the air to left center field. Midre Cummings did not make the play. Hamilton's going to end up at second base, but that ball has to be caught. McMillan and Midre Cummings were both there. They haven't worked together as an outfield tandem.
I think McMillan probably had a much easier play at it, but Cummings probably called him off. There's Cummings, but he seems hesitate, and that's what cost him the play. And Millen had, heard him call and just stopped.
So it is a gift double for Darrell Hamilton. It'll bring on Rich Aurelia. Aurelia flied out to left his first time up. Line drive left field. McMillan makes the play, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's 0-0.
Blockbuster has all the hot summer hits, more hot new releases, and more copies of them. Blockbuster's turning up the heat with more movies like this.
After waiting 3 million years,
This isn't a hunch. This thing is gonna blow.
the most awesome force on Earth
Did anybody feel that?
is ready for the ultimate blast.
Get out of there before it's too late.
Are you Dante's Peak, rated PG-13 from MCA Universal Home Video?
Blockbuster's hot summer hits. Take them home and make it a Blockbuster night.
A commodity is something you trade, not something you drive. The unique Mazda 626. Sporty engineering. Incredible style. Refinements including leather and a silky automatic. For $229 a month.
Mazda 626. I want it.
The most class in its class. Mazda 626.
I want it all.
Lease for $229.
Bell Atlantic makes a simple point.
Okay, the lobster.
Me?
That's $22.50. The burger.
Here.
$22.50. Small salad.
Me.
$22.50 for you.
Simple. But one price doesn't fit all. So unlike other phone companies, Bell Atlantic offers a choice of local and regional toll calling plans and soon long distance. Plans for people who call a lot and a little.
Your coffee, madam.
That's gonna hurt.
That's $22.
Phillies baseball is being brought to you in part by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, I love what you do for me. By the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. And by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, the official beer of Major League Baseball. This Bud's for you. Ray Cummings leads it off for the Phils, bottom of the third. Cummings grounded out his first time up. 0-0 game. Our trivia question tonight brought to you by the new Dodge. Eddie Murray and Reggie Smith are 2 of 3 switch hitters in Major League history to hit 100 or more homers in both leagues. There's a base hit to left field, served out there by Ray Cummings. So Cummings leads it off with a base hit.
Ray keeps getting his base hits. Nice swing there at a low outside pitch. Probably a strike on the corner, and he went right with it, asking the coach, John Vukovich, to go through the signs again.
Mickey Morandini struck out his first time up. 1 strike to Morandini. Pitch out, nothing on. 1-1 to Morandini.
Brian Johnson is really a catcher who wants his pitchers to pitch inside. Now, Gardner doesn't particularly like to pitch inside.
Cummings goes on a hit and run. It's fouled out of play. 1-2. Guess you've given up on the trivia question, huh?
I'm racking my brain.
I'll give you a hint. This switch hitter hit his 100+ home runs in the National League for the San Francisco Giants. He is now in the American League.
Active, huh?
Yeah, he's active. He's hit 21 homers this year.
Drawing a blank, Harry.
We once saw him in a game at Ben Candlestick Park. Strike out. Break his bat over his knee at home plate right in 2. Gotta be strong to do that. That was quite a few years ago.
Well, I've seen hitters do that.
Base hit left field. Phillies have their first 2 men on base here in the 3rd inning. Both of them going the other way with line drives to left.
Well, Gardner hasn't pitched inside. He's thrown some pretty good pitches on that outside corner, but both those outside corner pitches hit hard to left.
Scott Rowland walked his first time up. He's been the Phillies' best hitter with runners in scoring position, hitting .315 with runners in scoring position. One strike to Rowland.
Came inside that time, but that's where they pitch Rowland. You know, they try to throw him hard inside.
And then found the outside corner, so Rowland's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
He didn't find it, but he was close to it. Got the call.
Sends a drive down the right field line. Foul ball.
Set up there on the outside corner. Brian Johnson. That pitch came tailed in right through the middle. Watch it come back. You see Johnson out there, but that's coming right over the plate.
A little too far inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Roland. Meet Ray Cummings at second. Mickey Morandini at first. Nobody out here in the third of a 0-0 game. Thrown away by third baseman Miller, and both runners move up. So that is a break for the Phils, trying to turn the double play. Miller threw it away. It'll be an error on Miller, and the Phillies have runners at second and third.
Well, he wasn't going to get the double play because Cummings was alert for it. A bad throw to second. Wide and high. Infield stays back for the Giants.
Rico Bronya.
They're going to walk it.
Going to get the intentional walk. They'll set up for a double play.
Who was that guy, Harry? I give up.
The other switch hitter to hit 100 or more home runs in each league. Chili Davis.
Yeah, that's right. But I couldn't think of the name.
He kind of sneaks up on you. He's been a power hitter and a good hitter over the years, but you don't hear too much about him.
He's hooked up with some real bad ball clubs lately. I think he's with Kansas City now, isn't he?
He is with Kansas City now. He had 2 stints with California. Played in Minnesota. Bases are loaded, 1 out for Mike Lieberthal. He struck out his first time up.
He was called out on his first time up on an outside pitch with 2 strikes on him, so he didn't really have much of a chance to hit.
Towering foul out of play. A ball's and a strike to Lieberthal. Phillies have them loaded. 1 out here in the third of a 0-0 game. Popped him up. Foul. Johnson comes back. Runs out of room.
Mike has chased 2 bad pitches. They've both been high. They've been fastballs, but they weren't strikes. And he's put himself in a hole here.
Now balls and 2 strikes to Lieberthal. Blown away, 1 and 2.
That's a pitch that Lieberthal used to chase. That low outside pitch off the plate.
Fouls it out of play down the first base side. Still 1 and 2 to Lieberthal.
Fouled off a tough pitch there. That did have the outside corner. Reached out and got a piece of it.
Come in on him with a fastball, and he ripped it, but foul. So he'll probably go back away. 1-2 to Lieberthal. Bases loaded. 1 out here in the third. Too far outside. 2-2.
Lieberthal at this at bat has done a pretty good job of guarding the plate.
Popped him up in the infield. Put away by Mark Lewis. 2 down. It'll bring up Billy McMillan.
Got him with a little, almost a sidearm, little breaking ball. It was a good pitch to hit. Lieberthal got out in front of the off-speed pitch. Here it is. See, that's kind of a change-up curve. Didn't curve much. It did the job.
McMillan singled his first time up. Gardner's already thrown 55 pitches. Phillies have had base runners in every inning. One and nothing to Billy McMillan. Ground ball sharply hit. It's a foul ball. Why didn't he indicate foul initially?
He didn't make any sign.
Let him go ahead with the play, and then Jerry Lane just stood there, and finally when the play was over he said foul. I mean, here's good diving effort by Kent. It was a foul ball, but there was no signal.
The ball sharply. A nice play by Jeff Kent, but you know, he's way foul.
Still no signal by Jerry Lane.
There it goes.
1 ball and 1 strike. 2 balls and a strike to Billy McMillan. Pops a foul out of play. It's 2-2. Nothing game. We're in the 3rd inning here at Veterans Stadium. Foul ball.
That's a good curveball too. I think McMillan does at least wait and see what the pitch is and where it is.
Backdoor breaking ball and missed with it, so now the count has gone full.
Wouldn't think he would throw that curveball now. Full count. I think that McMillan could almost sit on a fastball.
He got one and he set it deep. Watch this, baby. Grand slam. Home run. Billy McMillan. What a debut for the 25-year-old Clemson University product. Billy McMillan, a grand slam. Phil's lead 4-0.
finally got a good strike to hit, and he really put a good swing on it. He had a pitch before that, a fastball, and he put a good swing on it, but fouled it off. It's pretty impressive.
That really is.
That at bat, as Francona said, he gives you professional play. Can't be much more professional than that. He waited.
Here's a ground ball by Barron to third. Miller throws across in time, but 4 runs in the inning on 3 hits. The big blow, a slam by McMillan. 1 error. Nobody left. Chris Wheeler will join Rich Ashford in the 4th inning after 3, 4-0 Phils.
Looks like a bad B movie, for crying out loud. So I said to the guy, maybe I ought to direct the scene. You know what I mean? But he wanted to do it himself, and the whole thing went to dump.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down,
Well, I had a pizza last night.
make it a Bud Light.
Pepperoni! Like I care.
A 3-piece suit with track spikes.
Lease the Infiniti Q45 for $629 a month for 36 months. Initial payment of $629.
On Sister Sister, T is done with doing the twin thing.
New hairstyle. You like?
But a ditto do is causing a split in, split up.
New hairstyle. You like? You got my hair! Stop that!
Then the smart guy's using his brother to study animal dating habits.
Stay away from my woman.
All in the name of science, right?
I'm trying to get smart. I'm trying to rub, but my legs aren't getting the signal.
Smart guy's back after Sister Sister.
Wednesday, beginning at 8 on WB17.
Travel provided by U.S. Airways. U.S. Airways offers the only daily nonstop service from Philadelphia to Rome, Italy.
Barry Bonds leads it off. Ball 1 to Bonds. He walked his first time up. Chris Wheeler joined us here in the 4th. 2-0 to Bonds. And Bonds has worn Beach out.
And Matt's never retired him.
Well, looks like he might not this time. 3-0 the count. He hasn't thrown a strike to Bonds yet. Yes, he did. He threw one. Now he's throwing another one. Big cut. Full count. Popped him up. And making the catch for the first out. Junior Gym Bag Day coming up Sunday, August 24th, a 1:35 start against the Dodgers. A brand new gym bag, extra large for extra stuff. Blue with double handles and free for all fans 14 and under. Compliments of Amtrak. Great gift item plus great baseball. The Dodgers make plans to bring the family out. Order tickets easily by phone. Call 463-1000 and inquire about the daily special or stop by the Vet Stadium ticket office. Here's Jeff Kent. Takes high and outside ball 1. One out here in the 4th. Ball 2 to Kent. He grounded into a force play in his first time up. Kent goes on suspension tomorrow. Big cut, fouled off. 2-1 the count.
Mike Lieberthal getting that one into the mask. Kent got involved. Speaking of mask, the reason he's suspended is he got into a jawing match with Tyler Houston of the Cubs last week, and as they were going down the first baseline, he tore his mask off, tore Tyler Houston's mask off, and then they had a little wrestling match there, and he wound up with a 3-game suspension reduced to 2.
It shows a little sense, though. If you're going to punch a guy, don't punch the mask.
Yeah, take it off.
Two and two the count to Jeff Kent. Phillies with a 4-0 lead.
4 unearned runs in that inning. Or did he say they were earned? What were they, earned or unearned?
Well, let's take a look.
No, they were earned.
Wasn't any errors in the inning.
Yeah, there was a throwing error at third, but that was on that was on the, on the line drive rolling hit.
And that home run made them all earned.
Made them all earned, right.
Center field. Bad jump out there, but caught by Cummings. He got a late jump. Was able to run under it for the second out. Stan Javier, the batter, who flied out his first time up.
Here's Midre Cummings. You see, he broke back on that, then comes in and slowed up a little bit, but the ball was in the air a long time, so he was able to outrun that little mistake he made at the start.
2 outs, nobody on.
Phillies play Javier as a pull hitter from the right side. Cummings is very shallow in center and playing him towards left center.
Beach right on it and able to make the out as the Giants quickly go.
He slipped and he hurt himself on that wet turf. Hopefully he's all right. Remember, he had a bad ankle early in the year, and he slipped just then on that bunt.
Good play, though. Giants down in order. Phillies coming to bat in the fourth. They lead 4-0.
We've got kids. We're constantly on the go.
We want the safest minivan out there.
The 98 Ford Windstar, the only minivan in its class with a 5-star safety rating. Now, with $1,500 cash back, you can drive a Windstar for only $254 a month.
That's a small price to pay to keep our family safe.
Plus, Windstar is even easier to get into and out of.
No more pushing, no more shoving, and everybody's happy.
Ford Windstar, $254 a month, but only until September 3rd during Ford's factory authorized clearance at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Jumbo Gym Bag, courtesy of Amtrak for fans 14 and under when the Phillies play the Dodgers Sunday, August 24th at 1:35. Great seat locations start at just $5. Call 463-1000 and ask about the daily special.
Want whiter teeth in just 2 weeks? Then try Arm & Hammer Extra Whitening, the baking soda formula clinically proven to whiten teeth in 2 weeks. Arm & Hammer Extra Whitening, whiter teeth in just 2 weeks.
Coming up on WB17 News at 10, did manufacturers conceal the hidden dangers of breast implants? Jurors render their decision in a case involving thousands of women. Will the Flyers get their man? An arbitrator considers whether center Chris Gratton will be skating to Philadelphia. Find out how basketball could help ease racial tensions in troubled Grays Ferry. And the Rolling Stones on the road again, but will they visit Philadelphia? Details after the game on WB17 News at 10.
Phillies baseball is being brought to you in part by Nissan, who reminds you that life is a journey. Enjoy the ride. By Hoover, nobody gets the dirt like Hoover. Nobody. And by your local Chevrolet Geo dealers. Phil's bat here in the fourth. Kevin Stocker takes a strike. Stock's 0 for 1. Semi-line drive he hit to the shortstop. Stocker, Beach, Cummings due to bat here in the fourth. 1-1 to count to Stocker. Bill McMillan's had quite a start here with the Phillies.
Notice Cummings is in the on-deck circle too, and Beach, of course, is due to bat next. Cummings is the leadoff batter, so we just can only hope that Matt's all right. There is Cummings, who is not the next hitter, even though he's on deck.
Outside corner, ball and 2 strikes, or 2-2 the count is. There's Matt. He looks like he's walking all right.
He's got a 4-run lead. You know he doesn't want to leave.
Back through the middle, base hit, Kevin Stocker. Stock just keeps getting these hits.
He's had a terrific year. Kevin Stocker's really been consistent all year, offensively, defensively. Done a great job. Started the year as a 2-hitter and 2-0 hitter, now the 8-0 hitter. Now here's what happened to end the inning. Here's the bunt by Javier. It's not a good bunt, but when Matt Beach gets set right there, you see that foot go out from under him, and that's when he may have turned an ankle. But he's up there to bunt right now, so that he doesn't have to worry about running here.
He's a pretty good bunter. Play at second. He ran down the first very well, Matt Beach.
He shouldn't have had to worry about running, but he bunted it hard, and Miller made a heck of a play to get Stocker. And now Beach, the last place they want him is on base.
So
here it is. Here's the bunt. Matt's a pretty good bunter, but this time he bunts it real hard, and Miller wheels immediately, fires to second. Bang, bang play there.
Was it ever?
And then back to first safe. And that was really close at second.
Beach is a one-out base runner for Midre Cummings, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Ball 1 to Cummings.
That's a tough play for a double play because the shortstop has to cover on that. And they can't get a whole lot on his throw, as you could see. Aurelia, the shortstop, had to cover because the second baseman Lewis is over on the bunt play at first.
Ball 2, 2-0 to Cummings. Phillies have had some hits off Gardner in every inning. Threw that fastball by him.
Well, they know Beach is not going to run, being a pitcher, plus the fact that his ankle might be bothering him a little bit. So the first baseman, Kent, is playing off, taking the hole away on the right side. There you see Kent.
2-1 to count on Cummings. Inside corner, 2-2. In the bottom of the 4th.
Gardner must have forgotten that this first baseman's playing off because he just stepped off and looked over there.
Foul ball left side, out of play. Phillies don't need another injury to their starting pitching staff.
Yeah, according to the Dr. Marone's report tonight, Stevenson's going to miss 1 start.
Fly ball, shallow center, easy play for Hamilton for the second out. And Mickey Morandini will bat. Mickey is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Mickey hitting at .298. Strike 1 on Morandini. Billy McMillan, single and a grand slam homer. Morandini lays off a low curve. Ball and a strike to Morandini. It's inside. 2-1 to count. Phillies have 6 hits off Gardner. Sliced it foul. 2-2 the count on Mickey Morandini.
6 hits and 2 walks, so they've had 8 base runners. And McMillan made him pay with that grand slam.
Rip foul. Pass first.
Well, Gardner came into the game 3rd in the league and home run balls allowed. So him throwing a home run is not all that unusual. He's had a heck of a year for them, but he now has thrown 25 home run balls. The leader is Kevin Foster of Chicago with 26.
Laid off close pitch, full count on Morandini. Well, Beach will run now, I guess. Well, it has to. I don't think he'll run hard, but he'll be on the move. Base hit, left field. Beach will stop at second. Bonds plays it in. Well, that's 2 on, 2 outs.
Mickey doing a good job at getting a fastball away, and he goes the other way. Now Bonds is going to play him over near the line. There's nobody better in the league at getting the balls to his right than Barry Bonds. That's going to bring Dick Cole, the pitching coach, out. They have a lot of pitching available in their bullpen, so they don't have to stay with a starter if they don't want. Obviously they want to, because they don't want to go to the bullpen too early, but should they have to, they have 5 right-handers, 3 left-handers, 8 arms available out of the pen. And there's one of them right there, and that's a familiar looking face, Terry Mulholland.
Terry Mulholland. Scott Rowland is the batter. Scott has walked and lined out. The line out actually turned into a break for the Phillies because Miller caught the line drive and then threw it away at second.
Rowland finally got a curveball, and he laced it. He's gotten a lot of fastballs in and out. And almost as if he looked for a curveball then, and he smoked it, but right at Miller.
82 pitches Gardner has thrown, only in the 4th inning.
Yeah, I mean, he's not long for this game.
Ball 1 to Rowland.
That time he starts him with a hook. And for the most part, he's been throwing a lot of fastballs early in the count.
Another fastball, that's outside. 2-0. Two on, 2 outs. Got a call there. Outside part of the plate. 2-1 the count for Rowland. Gardner's been a good pitcher for the Giants this year. Good cut, fouled it back. Beach is the base runner at second. And I don't think he'll be tearing all out.
No, it's 1 base at a time right now, unless it's just an obvious gapper or something that John Vukovich can score him without a lot of pressure on him. Well, he dropped down again. He did that to Lieberthal and popped him up with the bases loaded last time. He drops down, and that has to be a little bit deceiving to a hitter, because you don't see that from Gardner, who comes over the top. Watch him give a little frisbee shot here. Now he drops down a little bit, and look at that. That'll get you pull off sometime. That time he threw a fastball. The time before that, when he dropped down, he threw a breaking ball.
Full count. Well, that'll help Beach because he'll be on the move with 2 outs. That'll help Beach if he has to do any running. Take that move to second.
Yeah, there's nobody there, of course, because the middle infielders are way back.
Walked him. Bases are loaded for Rico Brogna.
Last time when Rico Brogna up, Dusty Baker walked him intentionally, so that means he's going to go to his left-hander Mulholland now. If he didn't want to pitch to him last time with a base open, he sure doesn't want to pitch to him with them loaded. You wouldn't think. Well, he has to make a change because Dick Pohl's already out there.
So Gardner's leaving early. Must have thrown about 90 pitches. A pitching change for the Giants. Phil's lead 4-0. We'll be back in a moment.
If you've been waiting to buy a new minivan, the Dodge Big Summer Clearance plays right into your hands. You see, it's even bigger than you might think. With up to $1,000 cash back on Caravan, or pay this low price for our 7-passenger Caravan, making it the lowest priced minivan in the industry. So hurry to the Dodge Big Summer Clearance, because if you haven't figured it out already, it's big. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Hey, there's more to a Phillies game than just baseball. Check out the fan zone. Man, this place is awesome. Video batting challenge. Bet you the big green guy goes nuts in there. Some days they let the kids run the bases. Here we come into the bullpen. This is where I make my living. As you can see, I'm still in there. So come on out. It's fun.
Our old buddy, former Phillies, Terry Mulholland, who pitched some strong baseball for the Phillies. There's his record this year. He started with the Cubs.
He's been in one game so far. As they're using him out of the bullpen, they got him on a waiver claim last week from the Cubs. So all of those numbers are with the Chicago Cubs, with the exception of one game and 1 inning pitched and 1 hit.
He doesn't walk many, as you can see, and pitched 158 innings, walked 45. Mark Gardner through with his night. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Mulholland to Rico Bronya. Bronya has singled and walked. Scored a run. Strike 1 to Bronya. Might have chased a bad pitch. Al McRae has really worked hard with Bronya, and Bronya's worked hard. High bounce. Got it. That'll retire the side. No runs. 2 hits. Bases left loaded. After 4 innings, Phillies lead 4-0.
Here's a look at this week's Mellon PSFS Financial Scoreboard, featuring our best CD rates.
Let's go back to the situation of Prohibition. Prohibition was an extremely difficult period for the Bush family. That period almost broke the company. Grandfather had a couple of choices. So he went into the yeast business, he went into the soft drink business, he went into the making of carriages, he went into the making of cabinets. When Prohibition finally came to an end, my father wanted to do something for his father. He did so by presenting him with an 8-horse hitch, the Clydesdales. The Clydesdales were taken down Pennsylvania Avenue, where the first case of beer was delivered to then-President Roosevelt. The Clydesdales today are a symbol of that quality, of that tradition, of that excellence that is the hallmark of Budweiser, that is the hallmark of Anheuser-Busch.
No matter how slippery it gets, you gotta stay in control. Now during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event, you can get 2.9 APR financing or cash back on a roomy Chevy Blazer. Blazer helps give you driver control on most any road surface, and that's a little security in an insecure world. There's great offers on other cars and trucks, too. There'll never be a better time to get a 97 Chevy than during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event.
Right now, get 2.9 financing or $1,500 factory cash back at your local Chevy Geo dealer.
Check out how they scored. Matt Beach has a 4-run lead. Compliments of Billy McMillan making his first start for the Phillies coming up today. After the Phillies made some roster changes, he singled his first time up, a grand slam home run with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. His first major league home run turns out to be a grand slam. Boy, what a thrill that had to be for him.
Giants bat here in the 5th. Mark Lewis leads it off. Struck out his first time up. Right field, Tony Barron right there. 1 pitch, 1 out.
I'd like to send happy 63rd wedding anniversary wishes along to Bill and Elizabeth Montgomery, better known as Willie and Liz, parents of Phillies president Dave Montgomery. 2 great people, married 63 years today, and we certainly send our best to that delightful couple.
They're great.
Hey, sure.
Great people, both of them.
You bet. And I know they're watching this baby tonight.
Strike called on Bill Miller, who struck out his first time up.
Her son was a good luck charm on the last road trip.
He's also a good host.
He was.
Ball and a strike to Miller. You're always a good host when you pick up the tab.
Even picked up the cabs.
Which you have never done that I know of, as long as you've been with this organization, that you have picked up a tab, Liz.
How about in Cincinnati this year?
This year? Did you? Yeah, you did pick up one.
I hate to, get in the way of a good story here, but we'll just start with that one.
3-1 on Miller. Must have been awfully painful going into your pocket with fish hooks down there. Full count. Full count to Miller. Beach seems to be throwing pretty well here. Walked him. Probably hurt his reaction. One out walk. That's Beach's first walk. Second walk. Excuse me. He walked Bonds in the first. Brian Johnson, the catcher. 0 for 1.
Terry Mulholland is in the on-deck circle. There is a right-hander up in the bullpen now. They are short on extra men, are the Giants, long on pitching. So we'll see how they want to approach it. There is Terry Mulholland. There's the veteran Danny Darwin, another guy who's done a lot of starting in Major League Baseball, now in the Giants pen.
Ball 1 to Johnson. Base hit. Extra bases, gets to the fence. They're going to score. Miller. It's a 4-1 ball game as Johnson doubles in a run. That walk cost Beach.
Yeah, it appears they're going to keep Mulholland in the ball game now too, as Terry is walking up towards home plate, and Brian Johnson on second base with his 4th double of the year and his 12th run batted, and he spent most of the year in the American League. There it is. It's a hanging breaking ball in the middle of the plate, and he hits it in the gap in left center, and the walk hurts him.
Yeah, up a little bit in the middle of the plate. Good pitch to hit.
Terry Mulholland, last time he was here, pitched a game for the Cubs, and he had a couple of hits in that game.
Remember when Terry hit one over the center field fence here? I think he was with the Giants then, wasn't he?
He was with the Giants then. It's his 3rd tour of duty with the Giants. He hit one into the center field seats off Tyler Green on a night when the ball was carrying in this park like no other night we've ever seen.
Strike 1 on Mulholland. He didn't win that game. He lost it, as a matter of fact.
He's a great story about that thing with Mo is he said he never saw it. And I said, why not? He said, well, do you think I was going to look for a ball I hit in the center field seats? I said, that's a good point. He said, believe me, I'd have watched it if I'd have known where it was.
1-1 the count.
Hit a long home run in San Diego one night.
Good pitch. 1-2. One of the all-time great guys, Terry Mulholland. I wonder if his dad's here tonight.
I doubt it, because we didn't see him. You know, Terry Sr. would have been down on the field saying hi if he were around. What a great block that was. He caught that ball somehow. Wow. Boy, Lieberthal's really playing well. Look at this play. Keep a runner away from third base. I mean, that's really a tough play.
Bounced
right
up
there.
in front of the plate, too.
Yeah, and he's just trying really to block it, and he winds up catching it.
2-2 the count to Mulholland with Johnson on second, 1 out. Beach has trouble. It seems to have it in the 5th and 6th innings. Full count. Doesn't want to walk Mulholland.
No, because they're not hitting for him. I mean, they're leaving the pitcher in the game, so you've got an out in your hands right here.
Struck him out on a fastball for the second out. And the 4th strikeout for Beach. And the leadoff hitter, Darrell Hamilton, will bat. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Johnson's on second with 2 away. Strike on Hamilton.
This guy's really an opposite field hitter, and are they ever shallow in the outfield? I mean, Cummings is really shallow in left center. Look at him. And Billy McMillan's moved in a couple steps in left field. Barron a little deeper in right, but Hamilton, especially against a left-handed hitter, unless you speed his bat up with something off speed, probably will hit the ball the other way.
Oh, and a strike on Hamilton.
Hit that fly ball to left center last time up, which there was confusion between McMillan and Cummings, and it dropped.
Yeah, it should have been caught. I think both of them could have caught it. Cummings kind of hesitated and then couldn't catch up to it. But I think he called McMillan off the play. That was off speed. Barron has room, though, and makes the play to retire the side. The Giants score a run on 1 hit and 1 man left on base. Phillies bat in the 5th. They lead 4-1.
If you just bought another car, go back to the dealership and plead temporary insanity. The new Nissan Altima, starting at $15,000, $17,990 with a lot of stuff.
Bell Atlantic will always put the customer's needs ahead of the need to get customers. However, some long-distance companies may lure people into switching not only the long distance, but unknowingly the regional toll service as well. Be careful of what you agree to over the phone or sign, and don't let anyone switch you without your permission. That's called slamming, and it's illegal. If that happens, I suggest you call Bell Atlantic and get your regional toll service back. Bell Atlantic, the heart of communication.
At AIG, we know the world can be a risky place, which is why we insure skyscrapers, mass transit, and police. We also provide life insurance and insurance for fire departments. The AIG companies even have coverage for trucking fleets and highways. And once you've finally made your escape, insurance for your car. The AIG companies, insuring your work, your life, your world.
5 coming up August 27th against the Padres, a 1:05 start. The final Mellon PSFS Business Person Special of the year. Midweek, midday fun at the Vet. Plus all fans receive this year's edition of the Pride of the Phillies poster. So make plans to come out for some afternoon fun. Order tickets easily by phone. Call 888-463-1000 and ask about the daily special, or stop by the Center City ticket office at Broad and Chestnut Streets. Phillies bat here in the 5th. Mike Lieberthal will lead it off. Mike is 0 for 2. Takes low and inside, ball 1. Lieberthal, McMillan, and Barron, first 3 batters here in the 5th. Deep short. Aurelia makes a nice play, and Lieberthal is out, 1 down.
Danny Glover here at the ball game, and I've seen him in Candlestick or 3Com Park watching the Giants play sometime. Big Giants fan, Barry Bonds fan. So there's Danny Glover.
I'm a fan of his too.
Where's Mel Gibson? Expect those two to be together.
There's McMillan, takes low, ball 1. Peel turned down by Angel Hernandez, the third base umpire.
Here's Billy McMillan now hitting off a left-hander. He had 2 pretty good swings against the right-hander Gardner.
And ball 2. He looks cool up there to me. I mean, he doesn't seem to get too excited.
Well, he's always been a good hitter. I mean, you check his numbers. He just happened to have 2 guys pass him in their system. That's all.
Barry Bonds in left goes to the warning track.
We saw both of those guys too, Kotsay and Dunwoody, who they just happened to like a little bit more. So when Lee Thomas was trying to make the deal, he couldn't get either one of them, but he was able to get Billy McMillan, who gets a nice hand from the fans. 667 in a Phillies uni.
2 outs for Tony Barron, who is 0 for 2. Tony hitting at 308. Takes a strike. Two outs, nobody on. Inside. One and 2 the count to Barron. Tony gets his cuts. Struck him out. Phillies go in order after 5, 4-1 Phils.
Every day there are more and more demands on your time. So you should demand more from your bank. Like the ease of banking by phone. Banking from just about anywhere by PC. Or anytime by ATM. And the convenience of full-service banking 7 days a week at all of our supermarket locations. To find out more, stop by any of our offices or call us at 1-800-MELON24. Mellon, it's where you're going.
There's one luxury car that's not a cliche.
What is it?
La Millennia by Mazda. An icon of style. An oasis of comfort. An exhibition of grace. Very refined. Very personal. Millennia. Your private label luxury car. Lease for $329.
When I make an appointment for regular service, how do I know you're going to show up on time?
This is my mobile office. This computer tells me where I have to be, when I have to be. That's how the office communicates with me. They also contact me through the radio or through the mobile phone. I use the phone to call customers ahead of time, let them know I'm coming. Customers don't have to wait. I've always liked working with people and their pets. I'm going to get there because you made an appointment, and I'm going to be there.
The Yankees are coming Monday, September 1st, a 1:05 start. Tuesday, September 2nd, 7:05. Wednesday, September 3rd, 7:05. The world champion Yankees are coming at the Vet for this historic meeting and final interleague games of the season here at the ballpark. Make plans to come out. Order tickets easily by phone. Call 463-1000 and inquire about the daily special or purchase tickets at the Center City ticket office at Mellon PSFS Broad and Chestnut Street. The New York Yankees will be in town. Top of the 6th. Ball 1 to Rich Aurelia. He is flied out and lined out to left field. He's 0 for 2. Aurelia, Bonds, Kent due to bat. Foul back. Ball and a strike on Aurelia. He's sitting at 308.
Vizcaíno, normally the shortstop, not playing tonight. They're giving Aurelia a chance to play, and every time he goes out there, he does a pretty good job for them. Swings a bat, plays good defense.
Base hit left field for Aurelia. His first hit, and the Giants get their leadoff runner on.
Here it is. Looked like Matt Beach tried to get in on him a little bit, and he did, but he still fought it off and got himself a base hit to left field.
Barry Bonds has walked and flied out. And he has worn Matt Beach out, and he's hit a couple home runs off of him. Try to put the Giants back in the game. Ball 1 to Bonds. In the top of the 6th.
Bonds was the player of the month in the league in July, and then struggled quite a bit of the month of August, and got it going a little bit over the weekend.
Chased a high pitch.
He likes a high fastball, but not that high. Bonds is not, even though he's a left-handed hitter, is not necessarily a low ball hitter. You see this one's way up, and he goes after him. Don't get it about belt high to him, though.
Ball and a strike on Bonds. Missed that one. 2-1 the count. Ooh. Another good cut. Missed it. 2-2 the count to Barry Bonds. This guy is so dangerous. Beach steps off.
I think Mike Lieberthal may have put down a breaking ball sign there because he was starting to slide outside to Bonds. And now they decide to go to fastball away.
Fouled it off.
Threw him a high fastball away, and after it appeared they originally went to something off speed.
Bonds is not intimidated by left-hand pitching.
No.
I wonder what I'd like to see him against that guy in Seattle.
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson. See what he does.
He'd pull off. Everybody would. And does.
Full count. I'm not so sure he would pull off of anybody. Pull off, you know, give ground.
Give ground by that guy when he walks out there. Now he's gone 3-2 with a breaking ball. See how they approach it. You didn't get him to go after that breaking ball. Now he may have to throw him fastball.
Goes the first too late. Aurelia not taking much of a lead. Don't think they'll have him running. Popped him up. Does Lieberthal have room? Yes, he does.
That was a breaking ball, too. He threw him with three. It may have been a slider that he threw him because it looked like it was harder than his curveball. And we can get a look at it. But he fooled Bonds, popped him straight up the chimney on a 3-2 breaking ball. What a pitch. Here it is. Yeah, that's a slider. And a hard slider, too. And he got Bonds to pop up. I'm sure Bonds thought he was going to get fastball there, and he didn't get it.
It's a big out. 1 out. Jeff Kent, the batter. Kent's 0 for 2. Grounded into a forced play and flied out. Really on first, 1 out. Ball 1 to Kent.
Phillies play Kent in a pull defense in the infield with Morandini way over towards the bag. There you see Scott rolling over at third. Kevin Stocker sort of, he's basically straight away there, but more over is Mickey Morandini at second.
More to pull than not.
Yeah. You don't expect Kent to hit too many balls in the hole to right, so you take your chances on playing him up the middle.
Good pitch there on the inside corner. A ball and a strike to Jeff Kent. Gonna throw to first. Too late. Beach out of the stretch. Time is called. Kent steps out. Outside corner. Ball and 2 strikes to Kent. Playing tonight, will not play in the next 2 games. He'll be on suspension.
Yeah, and you cannot replace a player on suspension. The Giants are they're short extra men as it is, so they'll have 1 less.
Missed upstairs. 2-2 the count on Kent. Kent's dangerous. '96 RBIs for Kent. 24 home runs.
What a year he's having. Great pickup for the San Francisco Giants. He came along with Vizcaino.
Foul ball.
And 2 pitchers, Joe Roa and Julian Tavares from Cleveland for Matt Williams.
And they've all helped the Giants.
Yeah, at one time they were all on the ball club. There's Vizcaino, who has played very well for San Francisco. Tavares has pitched a lot of games for them, and Roa was finally sent out. In fact, Roa started a game against the Phillies the last time they were out on the coast.
Goes the base runner.
Look out.
Pops it up. Somebody's got a long run. Morandini.
Well, we showed you where Morandini was playing on Kent, so you knew that was going to be trouble and that Barron was going to have trouble getting there. And luckily for the Phillies, that ball stayed in the air a long time and Mickey could run it down. He started from over near second base and then had to go all the way out in the outfield to catch it.
For the second out, Stan Javier 0 for 2. Having a good year for the Giants.
Yeah, Glenn Allen Hill was the right fielder for this ball club, but Javier has had such a good year and he stayed healthy for the most part that he won the job.
Ball 1.
Played here for a little while with the Phillies.
Yeah, he can, he can play a lot of positions.
Used to have a great arm. Hurt his shoulder. Doesn't throw very well anymore.
Beach trying to get out of this 6th inning. Ball on a strike from Javier.
One of the best double play. His father could turn the double play with anybody. Julian Javier.
Julian, yeah.
Boy, was he good when those Cardinal teams. Team with Dow Maxwell, and they were outstanding up the middle.
There goes the base runner. Aurelia will get a stolen base.
First stolen base of the year for Rich Aurelia. He got a big jump on Matt Beach, and Lieberthal does not have much of a shot, and when he reaches for the ball, he can't get a hold of it. See, he fumbles it right there. So, you know, you have a 3-run lead. Don't do anything crazy.
2-1 the count on Javier. Aurelia at second, 2 outs. Left field pretty well. Oh, he drops the ball.
Wow.
How about that? Millen dropped the ball, got to it rather easily. That'll be an error.
Yeah, it was not a hard play at all, and he was coasting under it, and then it looks like it hits the heel of the glove. Couldn't tell from there. Maybe it hit up near the web. Here we'll be able to see the big old outfielder's glove reaches up.
Off the heel.
Yep, right off the heel. And that's usually what will happen when you miss one. If it hits the heel, it's hard to catch it.
Well, that'll cost a run, an earned run, 4-2 Phillies. Mark Lewis takes a strike. Well, I guess you can't do everything right in your first ball game. It's an unearned run, ball and a strike to Mark Lewis. That puts Javier on second, still 2 outs. Thought he was coasting under that ball pretty well. Curveball misses. Phillies lead 4-2. Top of the 6th. Javier's on second. 2 outs. Ball 3 and a strike on Lewis.
That is Jim Poole, the left-hander, throwing in the bullpen. One of the 3 left-handers they have available. One already used. Terry Mulholland in the ball game right now.
Right field. Barron back, has room, makes the catch. And that'll retire the side. 1 run. It's unearned. 1 hit. 1 man left on base. Phillies bat in the 6th. They lead 4-2.
The most prestigious national authority on evaluating managed health plans has awarded Keystone Health Plan East a full accreditation.
By meeting all of the NCQA's rigorous standards, Keystone is among the top 20% of the nation's HMOs, receiving the highest accreditation possible.
We will continue to work hard to merit this accreditation.
Because we've understood how important quality health care is for you and your family for nearly 60 years.
For unsurpassed quality,
you can lean on us.
No matter how slippery it gets, you gotta stay in control. Now during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event, you can get 2.9 APR financing or cash back on a roomy Chevy Blazer. Blazer helps give you driver control on most any road surface. And that's a little security in an insecure world. There's great offers on other cars and trucks, too. There'll never be a better time to get a 97 Chevy than during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event.
Right now, get 2.9 financing or $1,500 factory cash back at your local Chevy Geo dealer.
A pride of the Phillies poster in the final Mellon PSFS Business Person Special when the Phillies play the Padres Wednesday, August 27th at 1:05. Great seat locations start at just $5. Call 463-1000 and ask about the daily special.
We had a phone bill you would not believe, but now we dial 10321, then 1, the area code, and the number. And we save over AT&T on every call in the U.S. and 50% on all calls over 20 minutes. No signing up, we just dial it.
Phillies baseball is being brought to you in part by your local Dodge dealers. The more things change, the more things look like the new Dodge. By Pico Energy, focusing our energies on you. And by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, the official beer of Major League Baseball. This Bud's for you. Phillies bat here in the 6th. Kevin Stocker leads it off. 1 for 2 with a single. And Terry Mulholland still on the mound for the Giants. Ball 1 to Stocker. Terry's always had that same delivery, right? Straight overhand. Nice flow. Ball 2 on Stocker.
He's had physical problems throughout his career, but not a whole lot of arm problems. Had trouble with his knees. Still wears that brace prior to the game when he's doing his exercises.
Inside corner, 2-1 the count on Stocker. Stocker, Beach, Cummings due to bat here in the 6th.
How many times you get 3 tours of duty with the same team, but that's what Mo's working on right now.
Well, he started with the Giants. Phillies got him. Pitched very well here. Full count on Stocker.
He's always had great control. Rarely hurt himself with walks. It's a no-hitter here back in, what, 90 or 91?
Against the Giants.
Against the Giants. Gary Carter made the last out in that game. Line drive to Charlie Hayes.
Another foul ball. Count holds at 3-2. That lady catch that ball?
No, luckily it hit on the fence in front of them, because that was smoked. But she just jumped down front with her glove. There's Danny Glover sitting right behind her. Going to protect Danny.
You don't have to protect Danny with that. What's that movie they featured? There's Glover.
You mean the Mel Gibson movies? Those are lethal weapons. Yeah. Look at him. He's getting out of the way with these foul balls coming over here. There's another one. Well, Mulholland pitches inside a lot with sliders and cutters. I'm going to back up a little bit. It hit him on the foot, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
That's a hit batter.
Hit him on the front foot. Hit by a pitch.
See it right there? It hit him on the front foot.
Well, Stocker's a base runner, and I guess Beach will be up there to bunt again. Beach has struck out and bunted into a force out. Stock on first, nobody out. Foul ball. Strike 1 on Beach. And they're really looking for the bunt. I mean,
yeah, we've been talking about Beach too, the way that he bunts and he slides that hand way up on the bat, and you know they're a little bit worried about the way he does it, but you know it works for him, and he has pretty good success of getting the bunts down.
He certainly has bat control.
Yeah, because when you get it up that high, you're going to have good bat control, but it's a little scary because that's his left hand.
You don't take any liberties on the leads with Mulholland. Miller, the third baseman, Kent, the first baseman, he's charging the mound.
Yeah, well, he wants to try and bunt it away from the third baseman. And Mulholland keeps moving over there. You know, it's a bunt situation, but you don't run on Terry anyway. He hasn't thrown that little step-off move over there yet.
And Beach is not taking much of a lead. Ball on a strike on Beach. Let him swing the bat. All those infielders moving. Don't think they will, but Here's a good sacrifice bunt. And Holland makes the play. Stocker going to second with 1 out now.
And there's another case of Matt doing a really good job of getting the bunt down, making Terry Mulholland come in and field it, keeping it away from Miller. Last time he bunted it to Miller and it turned into a force play. Here he makes Mulholland field it, and it's a tough play for Terry because then he has to throw the brakes on and throw him out. Good job by Matt Beach again.
Drake Cummings, the batter. Meadray's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Stocker is at second, 1 out. Fouled it off. Meadray gets pretty good cuts. I think one reason he does because he's a late swinger.
Well, he's an opposite field hitter. I mean, and you have to play him that way, and that's what the Giants are doing. They overshift him.
And he sees what's there. Second base,
he's
high
get
bounce.
Burned on it.
Oh, safe.
See, Lewis almost got burned on one of them early. You have to come get that hop on this AstroTurf. If you lay back on those second hops, you're going to get in trouble. And he laid back on a hop there, and he got in trouble on a guy who can run a little bit. Here it is.
Infield hit.
He has to come get that. He could have gotten that first hop by charging the ball. He didn't. He laid back, and now he's in trouble. And Cummings legs it out. Whole key to playing the infield, you got to read the first hop.
Stocker moving over to third, so it's first and third, 1 out. Infield is back. Double play depth for Mickey Morandini. Mulholland in a little trouble here. Ball 1 to Morandini. Giants or Phillies lead 4-2, trying to get something else here. Booted it. The run's going to score. Don't know if that'll be an error or a hit. We'll see. But to get the run home, and the Phillies lead at 5-2.
Lewis is having all kinds of trouble with this AstroTurf. You know, coming off playing in San Francisco for so long on grass and dirt on the coast games out there, and right here this ball eats him alive. Has to be an error because he had to play at second if he catches it. He also had to play at first. So they have to score error on that, and I believe they just did, E4. But he will get an RBI.
Phillies lead 5-2. Runners first and second. 1 out for Scotty Rowland. Rowland has walked twice and lined out. He's officially 0 for 1.
Phillies gave the Giants a run, and now they've given them one right back. Have the Giants to the Phillies.
Ball 1 to Rowland. First and second, 1 out. Infield at double play depth. Ball 2. Rowland ought to like this situation. 2-0. First and second, 1 out. Left-hand pitcher.
Yeah, this is where you zone in.
Fouled off.
He'll get better and better at that as he gets more and more experience too. When he gets ahead in the count, just take half the plate. Half the plate he's going to use, half the plate he's going to ignore. This ball's a cutter, and it comes in on him a little bit, and he fouls it off.
Pretty good pitch to hit. It was finished up right down the middle. 2-1. 3-1.
There's another cripple situation now that we're just talking about. Take half the plate, and if you get your pitch, nail it.
Hitters count 3-1. Base hit, center field. One's going to score. Phillies lead 6-2. And Rowland's RBI single. And he did just that, Wheels.
Yeah, he got himself a hit. You know, he hit it. It looked like he hit off the end of the bat a little bit. Midre Cummings with some good base running. That's that dry spitter that Mulholland throws that Johnny Padres helped him with, a sinker down and away. Off the end of the bat, and a great jump by Cummings at second base, so he scores easily. Morandini stopping at second. Scott gets another RBI, 75 of them on the year.
And still first and second, one out for Rico Brogna. Always get that 4-run lead back.
Nobody up in the bullpen for the Giants.
You'd think they might have a right-hander up for Lieberthal, who's coming up next.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Slowly hit. That'll probably be an infield single.
Well, this is a goofy inning for Mulholland, I'll tell you. Now they just got somebody up in the bullpen.
And the bases are loaded. That'll probably be an infield single, won't it?
Yeah, I think so. I agree, Whitey, because I don't think he was going to throw Brogna out on that. You see Dusty Baker looking like, what is going on in this inning? Here it is. Terry makes a good pitch with a slider. Rico beats it into the ground. Aurelia comes on, can't make the play. The infield has not done a very good job for Terry Mulholland in this inning. And I think Danny Darwin just got up again in the bullpen. But he just got up, and he is not ready to come in and face Lieberthal.
Danny Darwin or Danny Glover?
Both.
Bases loaded, one out. Infield at double play depth.
They might want to put a glove on Danny Glover right now. They're in a little trouble in the infield in this inning.
Or Mike Lieberthal.
Oh, baby.
Look out. That's another grand slammer in the game. 4 more runs. Grand slammer Mike Lieberthal clears them.
Now we got to get the record book, find out when the Phillies hit 2 grand slams in one game. How about that?
And it's 10-2.
That's what we're talking about too. Kind of surprised with all the pitchers they have. They didn't have a right-hander ready for Lieberthal. It doesn't matter now.
Lieberthal clears him.
They have 5 right-handed pitchers in their bullpen.
Still only 1 out, and it's 10-2 Phillies. This is McMillan, who has the other grand slammer and a single. Good play, Aurelia, and they get McMillan for the second out. Well, I can't remember when the Phillies have had 2 grand slams in one inning.
Yeah, that's good. In one game. Here's the pitch from Mulholland, down and away from Mike Lieberthal, and he juices it. And you see Terry Mulholland's reaction as that thing fires out. I was talking earlier on radio before we came over how aggressive Mike Lieberthal is early in the count with runners on base, and he showed it again there. He does not wait for somebody to get ahead of him. He hacks. 3-run homer in Colorado, a 2-run single yesterday on the first pitch. That first pitch grand slam.
Tony Barron hitting right at 300. Strike 1 on him. Foul ball, strike 2. Phillies have batted around. Had some help from the Giants. A couple of lucky hits.
Boy, this guy has had some inning, hasn't he? Oh, man, has he struggled out there. Wow.
How about that?
You know, Lewis they play him all over the place, but he has had an awful inning at second base.
That's probably a base hit, isn't it?
I don't know.
See how they score it.
I think they did, yeah.
Base hit for Barron. And this is the 10th batter in the inning, Kevin Stocker, who was hit by a pitch to start it off.
All right, here you go. Most grand slams in a game for the Phillies, 2 in 1921. That's why we don't remember it. You want to know who hit him?
I think they gave him an error on it, didn't he?
No, he put up a hit.
Did he? All right.
April 28th of 1921 by Ralph Miller and Lee Meadows. So to think that they hit 2 grand slams in a game, I didn't remember it.
Phillies have had 5 hits in this inning. And Stocker got on base by being hit by a pitch. Scored a run. He's officially 1 for 2 in the game. Ball 2 to Stocker.
Here's that play at second. Here's Lewis. I mean, they're going to score at a hit. That's what we think, unless they change it. I mean, they originally put up hit, and maybe they called it an error later, because that really should have been an error. There's a ball thrown away at first. That's another error.
Well, this inning has fallen apart for San Francisco. Mulholland with that good move. Barron goes all the way to third. That's an error on Mulholland. He's on third, 2 outs.
Here's Terry Mulholland with that step-off move, and he picks off his first baseman. And there's the ball down the line. They did, in fact, score that an error after they scored it a hit. In other words, the one that Lewis had trouble with, which should have been an error originally. So now there are 4 errors in the game for the Giants.
How about that? Strike on Stocker.
3 of them in this inning.
2 and 2 the count on Stocker. I think they could have given him a hit on that. Pulled foul.
Yeah, I mean, that's when you said, what do you think it was? I'm just waiting to see what they called it. And 1B went up on the board out there, and then they evidently changed it.
Well, they could change it again if they want to be accurate. Saw to end the inning. It does. That'll retire the side as the Phillies send 10 men to the plate. They score 6 runs.
And there's the big one, the grand slam by Lieberthal on the first pitch.
6 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors, 1 man left. At the end of 6, Phillies lead at 10-2.
Hey, what's our good buddy Don? He thinks he can meet that girl. And what's the bet?
Hey, Brick Boy, go dust yourself off. Hi, Cupcake. What do you say I buy you a Bud Light and you appreciate it?
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Nicely done. Fun to watch.
Make it a Bud Light.
We could not deny the RAV4 our top ranking.
The RAV4 breaks expected molds.
The RAV4 rides a great deal better than many a sedan.
Handling in both RAV4 models is excellent.
The all-new RAV4 recreational activity vehicle starts at only $15,118. Maybe we should start calling it the Rave 4.
Driving it is great fun.
Blockbuster has all the hot summer hits, more hot new releases, and more copies of them. Blockbuster's turning up the heat with more movies like this.
After waiting 3 million years,
This isn't a hunch. This thing is gonna blow.
the most awesome force on Earth
Did anybody feel that?
is ready for the ultimate blast.
Get out of there before it's too late.
Are you Dante's Peak, rated PG-13 from MCA Universal Home Video?
Blockbuster's hot summer hits. Take them home and make it a Blockbuster night.
Make the right call in picking up dirt. With Hoover, you're always safe.
Fly ball!
After 6 innings of play, the Phillies 10, the Giants 2. After the game, get the most news in 30 minutes. Watch WB 17 News at 10, only on WB 17. Big inning for the Phillies. Back for play-by-play. Here's Harry.
All right, thank you. And leading off is Bill Miller here in the 7th inning. A ball and a strike to Miller. He has struck out, walked, and scored a run. Change-up, and he hits it softly to Stocker. Miller's thrown out, 1 down here in the 7th. Now Beach, during that course of all those starts without a win, has to wonder what's going on here. He's got 10 runs with which to work, and
During all those starts, he had precious few to work with.
Well, he is the beneficiary of the first 2 Grand Slam home run game by the Phillies since 1921, as Glenn Allen Hill moves into the on-deck circle to bat for Terry Mulholland. 2 slams in 1 game.
1921 against those Boston Braves. Ralph Miller and Lee Meadows, I believe, or something. Meadows.
That's it. Ralph Miller and Lee Meadows on April the 28th of 1921.
Is that Miller a pretty good player, Wilson?
I don't remember.
No. Backing out of play.
I was going to ask Whitey how many hits he got in that game, but I better not. You never know with him.
Ryan Johnson has flied out and doubled to knock in a run. One run against Beach earned, 1 unearned. Really worried about Beach after fielding that bunt by Javier. Thought he was going to have to leave the game, but he has come back and pitched pretty well.
Really was afraid he had hurt that ankle again.
Yeah. Foul backing out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes to Brian Johnson. Who were you shooting in the stands? That wasn't Danny Glover, was it? You're kidding.
Yeah, he's a big Giants fan.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's down there right in their club box by the 3rd base dugout. Oh, that one nailed Lieberthal.
Some kind of actor, that guy.
Yeah. Mike Lieberthal trying to shake out the cobwebs a little bit. Watch this. Off that right shoulder. Ooh, man.
Tough position.
The way he's attacking the ball in the first pitch with runners on base. He's gotten, what, 4, 3, 9 RBIs lately on first pitches. 3-run homer, a grand slam, and yesterday a 2-run single. Gotta love a hitter that
sharply fouled.
You gotta love a guy that goes up in an RBI situation like that and is aggressive.
I think all of us really felt like, you know, he would hit, but he has been hitting much better than maybe anticipated. What I like about Lieberthal is his defense. He's been a bulldog behind the plate. He's really improved.
Oh, he's worked hard at
it. Worked hard to become a good #1 catcher.
A lot of people have worked with him, and he appreciates it.
Hit to Stocker. 2 quick outs here in the 7th inning. Glenn Allen Hill will come out as a pinch hitter for Terry Mulholland. Glenn Allen Hill hitting at .257 as a pinch hitter. He's 5 for 15. Left-hander Jim Poole is up in the Giant bullpen. Beats a foul. No balls and a strike to Glenn Allen Hill. We're televising again tomorrow night for you. Mark Leiter goes for the Phils. Sean Estes for San Francisco. And Kurt Schilling will be pitching on Wednesday night in the final game of this series against Kirk Reeder. Missed with a backdoor breaking ball, 1-1. A little bit high with a fastball. 2 balls and a strike to Glenn Allen Hill.
Phillies with 2 grand slams in this game, double their total for the year. They had 1 coming into this one by Rico Brogna back in Colorado on May 2nd. 2 tonight.
Billy McMillan and Mike Lieberthal. Good curveball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Here is Matt Beach to Glenn Allen Hill. And the breaking ball. He swings and misses. Or a changeup. That ball went straight down. Giants have a player that's got 3 slams all by himself. Yeah, Jeff Kent.
Jeff Kent has 3 this year.
I think he hit him in like, what, 10 days or something like that.
Yeah.
He and Chipper Jones were trading grand slams for about 10 days.
2-2 to Glen Allen Hill. Chopped softly foul, still 2-2. Phillies now have Ron Blazer up in the bullpen. He was just called up. Just called up today along with Billy McMillan. Struck him out. So a good inning for Matt Beach. That'll be his 5th strikeout. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. Stretch time of the vet. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Phil's lead 10-2.
What are the Wayans brothers up to this summer? For Marlon, love is in the air.
Kiss me, Marlon.
No. Okay. For Wayans. And on Steve Harvey, the chart-topping rapper Puff Daddy sets it off.
Puff Daddy be my pal.
Who are you, man? Plus superstar Snoop Doggy Dogg.
You want to sit down? Salt and jalapeno pepper.
Steve Harvey after the Wayans.
Wednesday beginning at 9 on WB17.
If you just bought another car, go back to the dealership and plead temporary insanity. The new Nissan Altima, starting at $15,000, $17,990 with a lot of stuff.
You don't know about tires? You don't want to know about tires. Beautiful. We were made for each other. We're NTB, the low pressure zone for buying tires. We ask the right questions. We guarantee great prices. We help you choose the right tires. No gimmicks, no razzmatazz. And we'll treat you like a person, not roadkill. NTB, National Tire and Battery. We're everything you want, nothing like you'd expect.
This is Dick Vermeil with an important message. Personal choice, the flexible, high quality and affordable health coverage is available in Pennsylvania. Only from Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. The folks you can lean on.
Here's your Chevrolet game summary. The Phillies have had a big offensive game. Billy McMillan's first start for the Phillies. First major league home run is a grand slam. Matt Beach looks like he's going to come out of this ball game after 7 strong innings. The Giants 3 key errors in that 6th inning. They really kind of self-destructed. Rico Bronya has extended his hitting streak to 9. Mike Lieberthal with a grand slam, his first career slam, his 18th of the year. That coming in the 6th inning. The Phillies have hit 2 grand slams in a game for the first time since 1921.
And Jim Poole will be the new pitcher. Matt Beach is finished for the night after pitching 7 good innings. Beach gives up 2 runs, just 1 of them earned on only 3 hits. He struck out 5 while walking 2. Jim Poole will face the pinch hitter Rex Hudler. Poole appearing in his 55th game. He's won 3, lost 1, no saves, a 5.53 ERA, 42 in the 3rd innings, 56 hits and 26 earned runs. Has struck out 22, walked 21. Opponents have hit .331 against Poole. And Hudler leads it off as a pinch hitter for Beach. So Ron Blazer, just called up, will get some work tonight in this game in which the Phillies lead 10-2. Hudler hitting a .154, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. He's looking for his first pinch hit. It's at way foul, 1 ball and 1 strike. As a pinch hitter, he is 0 for 9. Took the Phillies off on that road swing in good fashion with a game-tying homer against Houston. And then the game-winning RBI in the 11th inning. He looks at a strike, 1 and 2 to Hudler. Phillies kept that momentum going. They did lose the first game of the trip, but then won 6 in a row. Fly ball right field. Stan Javier is there. Cutler retired, 1 down. That'll bring up Midre Cummings. Well, the Giants here again tomorrow on Wednesday. Kurt Schilling pitches on Wednesday night at 7:35. Then Mike Piazza and the Dodgers come in Friday the 22nd, 7:35. Saturday the 23rd. Don't forget Jackie Robinson tribute night, Dollar Dog Day as well. Hot dogs for just $1. Hideo Nomo will pitch on Saturday night. Sunday will be Amtrak Jumbo Gym Bags for all youngsters 14 and under. That'll be a 135. And those Padres move in for a makeup twilight doubleheader with Tony Gwynn and the Padres at 5:05 on Monday, August 25th. Tuesday night game at 7:35. One hopper hit to Aurelia. He gloves and just gets Cummings. He gets down that line in a hurry. It's 2 outs. And on Wednesday, August 27th, it'll be our final business person special of the year and Pride of the Phillies posters for all fans at 105. Order your tickets for that coming homestand by calling 215-463-1000.
Really, the key to that big 6th inning was when Cummings started it off by getting on a high chopper that was not played real well by Lewis, who had a tough inning. And it was because he ran the ball out.
Mickey Morandini lines his 3rd hit of the ball game. Oh, Morandini is 3 for 5. He's a 2-out base runner.
There's one thing that Terry Francona is proud of when you talk to him is the way these guys run the ball out. And Morandini goes into the bag hard there. Cummings ran the ball hard on that little hopper. Scott Rowland, of course, does it. Terry was talking about that the other day, and he says, I asked them to do that. And he says it's not hard to do, and they've done it real well for me all year. And he says I really like that about this team.
Scott Rowland is 1 for 2. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. He's walked line to 3rd, walked and singled in a run.
Sounds simple, but one of the easiest things to do in the game is run the ball out. A lot of players don't do it.
One ball and 1 strike to Scott Rowland. Breaking ball inside, 2 balls and a strike to Scott Rowland. High ground ball, but flagged by Miller. He throws to Lewis for the force at 2nd. That will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 8th inning. Phil's lead 10-2.
Some phone companies think everyone in your community is the same. Well, Bell Atlantic lives in your community. They see different people with different needs. That's why they're offering a choice of Bell Atlantic local and regional toll calling plans. And soon, long distance. Plans for people who call a lot and a little, and others with caller ID and home voicemail. So check your mail and let Bell Atlantic help you choose your perfect local and regional toll calling plan. Now that's a Bell Atlantic community.
Now boarding gate 10.
Instead of taking the bus, we suggest
Mazda MPV.
the 4-wheel drive Mazda All-Sport.
I want it all.
The sport utility minivan. Adjustable seats, 4 swing outdoors. Handles like a car.
Mazda MPV.
Because you want it all.
Mazda MPV.
Lease for $299 a month.
Hey, there's more to a Phillies game than just baseball. Check out the fan zone. Man, this place is awesome. Video batting challenge. Bet you the big green guy goes nuts in there. Some days they let the kids run the bases. They would come into the bullpen. This is where I make my living. As you can see, I'm still in there. So come on out. It's fun.
Phillies baseball is being brought to you in part by your Quality Plus Ford dealers and the new Ford Explorer. And by Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile. For the most advanced digital network on the East Coast, choose Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile. Ron Blazer back up for the third time for the Phillies. Started the season, then was sent down, brought back up, sent back down. Overall, this will be his 25th game. He was 2-3 with 3 saves and a 2.93 ERA at Clearwater. They went up to Scranton and Wilkes-Barre for a couple of ball games, and we asked Terry Francona, Phillies skipper, about Ron Blazer coming back up and what he expects from him.
He's a real professional hitter, very intelligent in the outfield, always throws to the right base, goes in the corner well, doesn't possess a cannon for an arm, but can play the outfield left or right very adequately.
I think Terry was talking about Billy McMillan, who was hit a grand slam home run, but Blazer was sent down to work on his split finger pitch, his forkball, working with Bruce Sutter down in Clearwater. 1 strike to Darrell Hamilton. Hamilton is 1 for 3. Bills lead it by a score of 10-2 here in the 8th inning.
Mike Lieberthal's taking some beating back there. That's what the delay is. Now that knocked his mask completely off, that foul ball.
Well, that grand slam will make those those foul balls hurt not quite as much.
Right.
Pops a foul out of play. No balls and 2 strikes to Darrell Hamilton. The Blazer hopes he is back to stay now after this being his 3rd stint with the Phillies.
Well, they just feel he needs another pitch, and it's tough to learn it in the big leagues. So that's why they sent him down again, and especially all the way to Clearwater to try and work on that splitter.
Clearwater, because Bruce Sutter evidently is down there in Clearwater, or in the area. That's who was working with him at Clearwater. Then he came up and pitched a couple of games with Scranton Wilkes-Barre. He's thrown all splitters to Hamilton. Showed him the fastball, missed with it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another fastball, missed with it, full count. Another good outing by Matt Beach. 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, just 1 of them earned. The Phils scored a lot of runs for Beach tonight. A rarity for Matt. Lofted foul down the third base side. 3-2 to Hamilton.
It's such a screwy game. Of all the guys to be involved in the first time 2 grand slams are hit since 1921, a guy like Matt Beach, who's had so much trouble winning and runs being scored for him.
Right.
Well, it's kind of nice.
Full count to Darrell Hamilton. And he lost a high fly ball to shallow left center field. Ledre Cummings makes the play. 1 down. That'll bring on Rich Aurelia. He has singled in 3 at bats.
It's a great game to bring Blazer into, too, with an 8-run lead. Let him throw a split finger fastball out, see what can happen, as opposed to bring him into a game where it's a little tight.
So far he's thrown splitter fastball. He does also have a slider, which he has not thrown as yet.
And I think they want that to be his 3rd pitch.
Third, they want him to go fastball splitter.
Evidently. That's why they really want him to learn that pitch and to throw it. Rod Beck, who's one of the best in baseball, his best pitch, his 2 best pitches are fastball, splitter, and then he'll throw breaking ball, but that's his 3rd pitch.
Yeah. 2 balls and no strikes to Aurelia. 3-0. Phillies should not have to see Beck tonight.
No.
Beck leads the league in saves with 34 of them. There he is.
He is a good one, too. And now they have Roberto Hernandez here to set him up, and he's a closer in his own right.
He was a closer with the White Sox. Speared by Kevin Stocker. Nice play by Stocker on the sinking line drive in the hole, out number 2.
Talking about Stock earlier, how well he has played this year, both offensively and defensively. Got a great jump on this line drive off the bat of Aurelia. Took it right off the turf. He has been very, very steady.
Phillies infield defense has been excellent this year.
Yeah, even when the club was going poorly, the infield defense was good.
Infield defense is good. Here's Barry Bonds. He has walked, flied out, and fouled out. 1 ball and no strikes to Bonds. Doing nothing. Pops him up foul behind San Francisco's dugout. It's 2-1. Ron Blazer is 26 years old, just turned 26 at the end of July. Out of Bellwood, Pennsylvania. Signed at the Phillies tryout camp in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre by Ken Holtzapfel.
Who's here tonight?
Yes, he is. As is the Phillies' good luck charm, Patricia Hubick from Wilmington, Delaware, in attendance tonight. 3 balls and a strike to Bonds. Line drive hit to right field.
That was amazing. He got that over Morandini and in front of Barron because Mickey was playing him in the outfield. And Bonds smokes this ball. Figured with 2 outs and nobody on base in a big league and play way back. Watch for Morandini. Look where he is.
Yeah, he's out in shallow right.
And he still hit it over his head.
Here's Jeff Kent. He's hit into a fielder's choice, flied out and popped up. High for a ball. Will not have to worry about Kent for the next 2 games of this series. He'll be serving a 2-game suspension.
And that altercation with Tyler Houston after he was hit by a Jeremy Gonzalez pitch in a game against the Cubs last week.
2 balls and no strikes. Bonds goes, but Kent fouls it back.
They were holding him on too, and Bonds ran. I was looking down there thinking, well, 10-2, but I guess they figured that no big advantage playing off the runner with Kent up because he doesn't hit the ball in the hole to right very often. So Barry Bonds runs anyway.
Blazer wasn't paying much attention to him. Two and one to Jeff Kent. He goes again. Ground ball deep short. Stocker will have to make a strong throw. Didn't get him. Infield single, Jeff Kent.
Yeah, he didn't get it the first time he went in the glove either, or he probably would have had him. He's going to score it an infield single. I think we'll see if we get a replay here that Stock reaches twice for this one. Here it is, hit towards the hole, and when he goes in the glove, see right there, he didn't get it the first time. You can see it great from the camera from the outfield. Right there, he reaches, doesn't have a good grip, and now that's what cost him.
Just missed him, and that'll bring up Stan Javier. He's flied out and thrown out on a bunt attempt for a base hit and was safe on a 2-base error.
One thing as an infielder, when you reach in there and you don't get any seams, don't throw it. When you get all ball, that ball will be in the seats.
One ball and no strikes to Javier. We're in the 8th inning. Phillies lead it by a score of 10-2. Ground ball to second base. Morandini retires Javier, and that'll be it for the Giants here in the 8th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Phillies lead it 10-2.
This has got to be wrong.
What?
Our long distance bill.
That high, huh?
No, that low.
People who use 10321 are doing a double take on their long distance bill.
Must be someone else's.
You save over AT&T on every call in the U.S.
Every call is less, and all the calls over 20 minutes are 50% less.
You just dial 10321, then 1, the area code and number.
Now these calls to Canada are cheap. I could get used to this. Let's call someone.
Okay.
10321.
Oh, your mother.
It's time for Bernie Williams to get into the batter's box and face the rock-hard ball coming from just 60 feet 6 inches away. Battling sinkers, sliders, curves, fastballs, and the occasional brushback. But Bernie doesn't sweat it. Hey, he's got a whole 1/10 of a second to react.
Coming up on WB 17 News at 10, did manufacturers conceal the hidden dangers of breast implants? Jurors render their decision in a case involving thousands of women. Will the Flyers get their man? An arbitrator considers whether center Chris Gratton will be skating to Philadelphia. Find out how basketball could help ease racial tensions in troubled Grays Ferry. And the Rolling Stones on the road again, but will they visit Philadelphia? Details after the game on WB 17 News at 10.
On the scoreboard tonight, limited schedule in the National League. The Buccos have beaten Florida by a score of 7-2 behind Esteban Loaiza. The American League, Cleveland won 5-3 over Toronto. Milwaukee 8-5 over Texas game 1. Doug Jones is 26 save. The second game is tied 0-0 in the 4th. Anaheim and Baltimore in a pitcher's duel 1-1 in the 8th. That's Mike Mussina against Dennis Springer. And the White Sox lead Seattle 3-0 in the 6th inning at Chicago. White Sox can pick up some ground on those Cleveland Indians. Jacob Cruz coming into play left field. He was just brought up by San Francisco, and Rich Rodriguez will be the new pitcher. Facing Rico Bronya. Bronya's kept his hitting streak going. Rico is 2 for 3. But safely now 9 consecutive games. Say the White Sox can pick up ground on Cleveland. I keep forgetting about Milwaukee. They're actually ahead of the Chicago White Sox, and I keep forgetting about the Brew Crew. So they have already picked up ground, winning the first game of the doubleheader.
Yeah, they've been hanging around all year.
Sure have.
Cleveland and you have to probably say Cleveland and the White Sox have underachieved, and Milwaukee's done just the opposite.
Yeah. Well, I've always liked their skipper, Scrap Iron Garner.
Yeah. Sure tortured the Phillies enough over the years when he's in a Bucco uniform.
Talk about guys always running things out and playing hard.
Right.
Phil Garner.
There you go.
Certainly was one of those.
I bet his guys run the ball out.
I bet they do too. 2-2 to Bronya. Another hit for Rico, and he's had a couple of hits off left-hand pitching. Left-handers have given him trouble, but Rico now is 3 for 4, and he is a leadoff base runner.
Rich Rodriguez. He's been around a long time. And Rico hits that ball in a line shot over the second baseman Lewis's head. Rico's working really hard to try and stay in there better against left-handers and get better at bats against them.
Lieberthal, first ball swinging, base hit.
Again.
Sending the runner to second base, and Phillies with 2 men on base now. The Phillies have banged out 14 hits tonight.
The league's going to get a book on Mike Lieberthal. This time it's not as important because he's not scoring position. And that looked like a changeup anyway. It wasn't like he threw him a first ball fastball, but Mike Lieberthal will attack early in the count.
Rodriguez has pretty good numbers out of the bullpen. 3-3 with a 3.10 ERA and 1 save. Here's Billy McMillan. He's had quite a Phillies debut. Misses the breaking ball. 2 for 4, including a grand slam home run. McMillan, the 25-year-old from Clemson University. Another hit for McMillan. Rico Bronya is going to be held at third base. Bronya got a little bit of a late start, so the Phillies have the bases loaded, but McMillan with his 3rd hit of the ball game, he's 3 for 5.
Yeah, he's had some debut here tonight. That's his first hit off a left-hander. He was 0 for 2 off Terry Mulholland when Terry was in the ball game.
And Tony Barron will bat with the bases loaded, nobody out. Could we see another grand slam? Was none.
Would be a record for the Fightins.
Tony Barron is hitless tonight. He is 0 for 4. Phillies have 15 hits, and Barron looking for his first. One ball and no strikes. Hot shot to second base, might be a double play, a wide throw, but they still turn. A good play by Aurelia. Coming in to score is Bronya. Phillies now lead at 11-2. No RBI for Barron. And a good play by Rich Aurelia after he got a wide throw from Mark Lewis.
It was amazing that he caught that throw and still kept contact with the bag, because that was a tough throw from second base. Lewis, we've seen Lewis play third pretty well. He struggled at this position tonight. Look at that.
Giants infield defense has been very shaky tonight. Here's Kevin Stocker. 1 ball and no strikes to Stocker. One guy hoping that Stocker reaches base. The on-deck hitter.
Blaze likes to swing the bat, does the big Blaze.
Blazer would get him at bat if Stocker can reach. Ground ball deep short. Nice grab, Aurelia. His throw not in time. Infield single. Stocker. Lieberthal scores. And the Phillies now lead it 12-2, and Blazer will get his at bat. He's risking a 1,000 batting average. 1 for 1.
Nice play by Aurelia, and Stocker just beats it out.
I think he got that hit off that Miller down in Florida. Can't even remember Miller's first name. One ball and no strikes to Blazer. Well, Blaze is batted this year, I guess, huh?
Yeah, he's
okay, so he's
2 for 4 this year.
That through the middle, but fielded nicely by Lewis, and they get the force at second, and that will retire the side. The Phils add 2 more in the inning. They do it with 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 9th. Phils 12, Giants 2.
Looks like a bad B movie, for crying out loud. So I said to the guy, maybe I ought to direct the scene. You know what I mean? But he wanted to do it himself, and the whole thing went in the dump.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
Well, I had a pizza last night.
Make it a Bud Light.
Pepperoni! Like I care.
Explorer has everything I want.
I sit up higher.
Got the V8.
I love the power.
It's Ford's factory authorized clearance. The one you want. Ford Explorer, just $299 a month for 24 months.
After the test drive, we were hooked.
We love it.
More cargo room than Cherokee. More horsepower than Blazer. Ford Explorer, $299 a month. But hurry while selection is best, because $299 a month ends September 3rd during Ford's factory authorized clearance at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
The Phillies pay tribute to Jackie Robinson, and you'll receive a keepsake commemorative poster Saturday, August 23rd, before the Phillies play the Dodgers at 7:05. Great seat locations start at just $5. Call 463-1000.
Both these men have athlete's foot, but only one used the soothing cure. Prescription strength Desinex. It calms the itching and cools the burning while it heals. Got athlete's foot? Get Desinex, the soothing cure.
Phillies baseball has been brought to you in part by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, the official beer of Major League Baseball. By Mellon PSFS, it's where you're going. By your local Chevrolet Geo dealers. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield, the health insurance companies you can lean on.
After 8 innings of play, it's the Phils 12, San Francisco 2. Coming this fall, prepare to laugh as Tom Arnold brings his unique brand of humor to the WB. The Tom Show premieres this fall only on WB 17. Mark Lewis leads it off. He is struck out, lined out, and flying to deep right, and he fouls it back and out of play. 1 strike to Lewis. Inside. 1-1. Inside with the splitter again. 2 balls and a strike. Fouled off the fastball. 2-2 to Lewis. He followed by Bill Miller and then Brian Johnson. Mark Leiter tomorrow against Sean Estes. We'll be televising that one for you. Jammed him with a fastball, and he sends it in the air to shallow right field. Ooh. Tony Barron had to make a shoestring catch. He had a nice cream cone. Morandini went a long ways out there, and then in the last minute, evidently was called off. Barron said he got it and had it all the way.
A little bit of a stumble there right as he went after it. For a split second, thought, oh no, he's going to run right in and splatter Morandini.
We'll bring up Bill Miller. Miller has struck out, walked, and grounded out. Hard ground ball off the glove of Rico Bronia down the right field line. Fans interfere with it. It'll be a ground rule double. So Miller will get a double on it. And we'll bring up Brian Johnson.
Rico Bronia takes a lot of pride in his defense. When he touches a ball, he thinks he should catch it. Right here, he backhands it, and it does kick off his glove and down the line. I'll guarantee you he'll tell you he should have caught that ball, even though it was not that easy a play.
No, not an easy play at all. Rico's an excellent first baseman. Here's Johnson. He has doubled to drive in a run in 3 at-bats.
Rico Bronia is a great guy to be around for a lot of reasons, but one of the best, I think, is he never makes any excuses.
One strike to Brian Johnson. 2 quick strikes to Brian Johnson.
Threw him a slider there, and that's the third pitch we were talking about earlier. But for the most part, Ron Blazer's been throwing fastball splitter. That time he threw a good slider for a called strike.
One and two the count to Johnson. Two balls and 2 strikes. Beats it foul. Still 2-2 the count to Brian Johnson. Ron Blazer in his second inning in relief of Matt Beach. Ground ball shortstop Kevin Stockard. High throw and safe at first base is Johnson. That'll be an error on Stockard. And the Giants have runners at first and third with 1 out.
Stockard's playing so well all year. Just makes a wide throw this time, and Rico Brony can't quite get the tag down. Here it is. It's a high hopper by Johnson, and he gets it on the first hop, and the throw just sails.
Brings up Jacob Cruz. Cruz just called up.
Guy had some awesome numbers in the PCL this year.
He was leading the Coast League in hitting 364, in hits, doubles 44, runs scored 93, on base percentage 437, 5th in RBIs 88, 3rd in extra base hits. Throw in 18 stolen bases with all those numbers, and this 24-year-old left-hand hitter put on quite a year.
And he is not one of Jose Cruz's sons. He's from Arizona State, and they got him as a pick for losing Will Clark.
High towering fly to deep right center field, and Barron makes the running catch. Tagging and scoring will be Miller. It'll be an unearned run, but a good running catch by Barron on that deep fly ball to right field.
Jacob Cruz hit 3 home runs last year for the Giants when they called him up to the major league roster, and that pitch is down, and it looks like he's a low ball hitter. He just misses a 3-run homer there.
Our Budweiser play of the game came in the 3rd inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Billy McMillan with a grand slam home run. Quite a debut for Billy McMillan. A grand slam homer in his first Phillies game. That's our Budweiser play of the game. 1 ball and no strikes to Darrell Hamilton. Bills lead at 12-3. Our Chevrolet player of the game, Phillies pitcher Matt Beach, who went 7 strong innings, giving up just 2 runs, only 1 of which was earned. It should be his 2nd straight win for Matt Beach as the Phils lead 12-3. Matt Beach is our Chevrolet player of the game. Another good outing by Beach. I think that 7 innings of shutout ball at Coors Field really did him a world of good. In the air to left center field. Someone should get it. McMillan does. This ball game is over as the Phils have won 12-3 for the Giants. A run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. 12-3 final Phils. We'll be back with more at Veterans Stadium after these messages.